It could.
But you think the best approach?
He's alleging that the plane that came was carrying some illicit drugs and some money. The reason why we should pay attention to this is because the plane, for it to move, it moves with a particular purpose. That is actually the whole fact.
Yeah.
Because where he's stationed, it's like it's always needed. It needs to carry sick people, like it's like a jet. You know, so it can't just be moving around. Once ambulance say any baby kwa omutuze me coach up am crazy. No, it should always be stationed. So you are moving to where? The purpose.
So now the ambulance can't move again.
No.
And they say they are repairing as a Tibia Pie today.
Maybe emergency landing.
Maybe what if he has gone to dispatch the patients already and is going back? What about that?
A dispatch. See, do you know that there are for airplanes? You are being tracked with every movement you make. You are tracked.
Yes.
And so far, no single tracking has come out to say that they moved because they were taking someone to the hospital.
And even the silence from these ports makes it more questioning, because I feel that your planes are involved in this kind of allegations. If you are free of any, should I say, guilt, you should come out and explain to us, or even come out and give a press statement.
So you think their silence made them?
Yes, If I'm questioning, I'm spreading rumors about Omari being, excuse me to use this word, the word rapist. You know, rapist is a very huge word, especially it damages your image. So I'm trying to tell me, Omari, you would just be quiet about it. You wouldn't come out to defend yourself. So it also makes it questioning. So we don't know, we do not know who to believe now, in team or the government.
Or the government.
It could even happen that this is the stance I want to take. I think that the presidency, because Felix speaks for the presidency, they shouldn't have released a statement.
Okay. Why?
Intim Fojo made an allegation. He didn't say that the plane came because of NDC government or because of the president. That is one thing. We're making the allegation. Government could have just come out to say that we are taking this issue up to investigate it. Don't come and debunk him. It makes you questionable. You get me?
But I believe it's because they are in power.
So that is the more reason why you are in power. But Omo wouldn't say wunti. Whatever thread in Team Fojo took, it was just a propaganda to make your party unpopular. But Jano.
But assuming we didn't hear anything from the government, people will still be complaining.
Exactly.
That in Team Fojo is making this allegation. So, the government has not even come out to say anything.
Look, do you know why we could have really held him accountable much more if the president or the presidency hadn't come to release a statement?
No.
Intim is a ranking member in parliament. He is on a ranking committee in parliament. The MPs there could have just held him accountable in parliament to substantiate his allegation easily. Easily, without the presidency even coming in. Because why allegation? But on what president?
I say,
you come out to release footages from the airport and all that. Nipana allegation, leave him. Right now, Intim has every grounds to say that he never mentioned the president's name.
True.
But the president has taken it upon himself, or the presidency has taken it upon himself to clear themselves. From what? What are you clearing yourself of? In any case, let's just say, because it could be a presidency, you have no idea about it. So this could have even been between the Airmed flight and the Ghana airport.
Yeah.
Because one will receive a flight. So the presidency should rather question the Ghana airport. These allegations have been made. What do you have to say about it? This flight that came here, they're not the buy. They're not name. Didn't know Belande. Because it stayed at Kotoka for 5 good days. The other flight, I almost say at the repair tools by to repair this one. And we be doing a sound koye and a sound buy.
Intim project.
So Intim is really making a case. Just maybe government might not be involved, but he could be making a case. Because that's not in 2022 we saw a release from, was it ECOWAS or I think one of the international bodies, saying that Ghana has become a hub for drug trafficking. So what if it's something that has been going on and I hear him luckily enough why buy about power crime maybe a home be dead here and can find you din probe into it. Don't involve yourself. Don't play the victim. I'm not trying to speak for Intim or whoever, but I want us to be on the fence
and watch
and look at the picture. Because if it is true, this is not the first time I see. That means their tracks have really been covered for long. So it's not easy to get an evidential substance against them. It's not going to be easy.
Okay.
It is not going to be easy.
So that is why Intim Project doesn't have any evidence?
Probably that is. See, for all we know, there is someone at the airport. I will only know about this thing. We watch it. There's the time I want the courage. Because nipa na fele say under this government there, ebi amekwa no kre na, ombetuma ye hu bibi.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm creating it.
Yeah.
But okay, if I'm working at the port and I've been seeing something going on for this long, do you think, according to what you're saying, so it means the person spoke to Intim about it?
Because Intim doesn't work at the port.
See, yesterday there was someone, I've forgotten the media platform.
To involve the person.
I'm not saying that is what happened. I'm only saying that for all we know, that's what happened. But then also, there's been a footage come out of someone at the media house. I've forgotten. The person was saying that, in fact, he has access to Intim. He was the one who broke the news to Intim. But he didn't break it saying that flight ni kuta cocaine and ase bibi. So maybe also feel say Intim exaggerating issue. No?
Yes.
That is one side of the story. We haven't also verified how true that person's story is. But for me, not even involving this, I'm only taking scenarios, what it could have been. Because so far, Obian said that far any convincing evidence. But the government implicating him, I feel said the government is implicating themselves. The presidency, let me put it that way. the presidency or implicating on rather. I won't get involved. It's normal. You might not be involved. But maybe these people has created a channel for themselves with whoever at the airport. They had an emergency landing. They had to land. Yeah. When they were landing, I know more tire I say. It's in there was almost signed the tires for forever and be replaced. Like it's sounding very comical in a way, but you know, so far, any other evidence against it. So we have to take that story like that. Presidency shouldn't involve himself. If anything, you need to question the Ghana airports. What is going on? That's what we've heard. Let's see footages. Let's see the communications you had with the airmaid. They ain't no hefan no moko. They ain't no mbala and they waha. This and that. To clarify it, it's not a fight against Intim Fojo and the presidency.
And the presidency.
We are taking it as a fight, a national fight against illegal drug trafficking. So let's fight it from that angle. But I say the usual NPP NDC propaganda thing.
Yeah.
In Sebe we are saying the main substance of the issue, near Jato.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm still not convinced that the allegations are not true. I'm also not convinced that what Intim Fojo is saying is true.
It's true.
But I'm really convinced that there is something
there are two sides to the story.
There are two sides to the story. Well,
let's wait and see how this drama unfolds.
Yeah, it's becoming dramatic.
It's a very really big drama. Yeah. To the extent of them meeting at TV interviews, and then they have to be going back and forth. I watched the interview between Sammy Jimpi and Intim.
Yeah.
The way he gave it to the guy. Yesterday we'll be in the brother.
Yeah, because I don't know. The reason I don't see why with such the credibility of the entire country is at stake internationally.
Yeah.
So why are we not looking at that?
Oh, for me, I think that is because the presidency has to come in. Because that is you putting our name at stake.
Or I feel that even though the government in some way, we don't know how true that is, they are not involved in this situation.
Yeah.
But it says they are and the same way they are the certain government
public interest.
So that is why I'm saying that say Assam Naba and our administration Naba, you don't come to rubbish the issue or play the victim. What they are doing, they are playing the victim as if Intim is saying that or more the drugs in Naba.
Understandable.
Right.
I don't know if you are getting my point.
Yeah,
the stance that the government could have taken or should have taken, in my opinion, is this. Intim is a ranking member of parliament. We're making allegation. Let's take it from a state view, not from a political party view.
Okay.
They are fighting Intim based on political indifference. That is where we are getting it wrong.
Okay.
Because when you look at the confrontation between Intim and Sami Jemfi, you realize clearly, like it's NPP and this.
Yeah,
that's how I
good
saw
for
it.
good.
And that's not what we are looking for. We are looking for the fact that Ebiasem Aba Ana Amba Ampa. The main people we should be handling now. It's not even Intim. Intim, Yanfan in Sia, Yankwataka issue Namra, Yamu Quarry issue Nima. Then we can decide on what to do with Intim. If said no can yampa and yampa. So in this case, airport and I was here handle. Mona mo receive flight no. The president wasn't there, Felix Okwache wasn't there, Sami Jemfi wasn't there. You were the people here. The immigration, the customs, the whoever there.
All of them should be questioned.
So what happened here? Because this is a critical allegation. It goes against the entire nation.
In team the assembly ba.
Oh, the assembly. Yes, oh, the assembly ba. Oh, the assembly ba. And for the fact that he just left the matter and he's not saying anything.
Oh no, I can't deal you.
Oh.
That is what I'm saying, say. Because he said that the state security should investigate it and brief the nation on it.
Okay.
So that is what the state security should do. Investigate it. Ahmed, if you never, what is the main issue of purpose of Ahmed?
Okay.
What do they do? Because for electrician to be here, that means we have an electrical problem.
Yes.
And this electrician that's any electrical problem. Obey day. It will raise a question.
Exactly.
That's another
Into what ambulance? What the answer will carry a E4, IR4, any ABN rule. Into now coin. Now could IR4, then room. If an hour walk. And our bell and day wa. What my reasons in tea our bell and day. But we need to substantiate those reasons by your purpose of flying and where you were actually heading to. Until now, we don't know. Do we know where Ahmed was going to?
No. Because
after some more repair, they have gone back to the Canary, wherever they were coming from, the other island. It's no more going. Move to free ho, mu plane abese masa and go back. And the second plane that came, which had the cargoes in, was a war back. Or be repair ties in the day. But there were cargoes in the plane.
And also be heading.
And I'm fine.
I am plane.
So we can demand evidence from in team all we want.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, for all we know, Ebi cry was a whistleblower be our airport.
Yeah.
When who say Koswa, this time around when you say no. Men facha no we
as a whistleblower, even before you make
need to get your facts right.
You need to get your facts right.
See, that's why they are called one whistleblower evidence that.
No,
they don't have evidence.
Really?
No. Whistleblowers, that's why they are called whistleblowers. Or chinwa dwensi ade no so.
Now what be hwehwem. Okay.
Ntiyewa hey. Ebia yebetumi anim obi. There's a hotel. Ebia we know I might know someone and his wife. Na tembia me hu say the wife no be twemura ha. Hotel de wire for the over there one. Means we ni kunu. I can blow the whistle. Hey, yeah, we taiba your hotel hapa. Men ka say obesio be ma. Me blow whistle. It's up to the. Oh, me use your banner there for me. Me use your bear man there. And so now it's up to the man to get his facts. Yes, I am miracle hotel work. Me hwehwemu. Do be kra me so okwa asore no. Me di na chinhwe. Obi raha, me so me follow up. Why no be eno na be ma wo evidence. Me dey me blow me whistle. I'm done. That is what the government should have done.
Okay.
Because Intim is actually part of this government.
Yeah.
Because he's in parliament.
Yeah, he is.
He's in parliament. And I'm telling you, sir, the way say no cry. That means this not the first time you see.
Yeah.
It is on commode they get much more cry and komu be the root cause of it. Nti na bia mo kra mo hear this propaganda fight NPP NDC e bi kra nka mo trace mo bo say it falls back on the NPP because omo no matter na ba mu for the last 8 years. So I personally think that the government, the presidency, they didn't handle this issue well. They've implicated themselves.
And that is oh sorry.
Oh no.
In as much as they didn't handle the issue, we shouldn't also forget that in team also didn't handle it well. Assuming indeed it was true that these aircrafts were actually carrying cocaine and all of that, him using press conference is alerting them to clear all evidence.
Yeah.
So if they are going to investigate, they've already cleared the evidence. What would you find against them?
That is why I'm saying that what the government should have done is to probe into airports. Easily. Probe into airports. When we receive a flight, and this is an international matter. It has gained international attention.
Yeah.
So right now, you can actually get in touch with wherever airmaid was coming from. Verify whatever they are saying. If truly you, the presidency, has no hands in this. I don't know if you are getting it.
I get you.
So in teams work, let's be honest, why NDC, that's the same thing they would have done. And then no more power in your more casa, but no more power. And I do we see that's the same thing they would have done.
They would have done.
Yeah.
We know how they play their politics here.
Yeah, true.
You know, what the infant teams in chain for now.
Okay.
Government are implicating on.
Okay.
Honestly. I say be no me but the Lord is my witness.
He will vindicate
Oh, the Lord is my witness. Yes, you are still with us on Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. This is Ghana Talks Radio. Don't forget to get involved in the conversation. Send your comments, your views, your opinions on all these related discussions that we have in here in the studios. Esi?
Yes.
First topic.
Yeah.
The Education Minister has charged tertiary institutions to conduct more research into traditional medicine, also known as the herbal medicine.
The herbal medicine.
The back in the days, there is this saying or this belief that our forefathers were much stronger
When they were
and much healthier than we now.
Gen Z buddies.
And back then they didn't have all these pharmaceutical drugs.
Yeah.
They were just surviving on the herbals. They just eat it as food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Banching or mundibo fufu or the leaves be a gumna man different a be violet be.
Herbal.
Yeah, charcoal
with plantain.
Plantain.
I said no come say quiet.
And I know there may be many many na me huna effect. Oh yes, I used to use charcoal and plantain too.
Oh yeah, I like it was very healthy. Me, I wish I used that.
It was
it's not too late.
So we are no my hair fine. Hey. Fine
saying
like as I always shame.
Oh Maria, funny.
Oh yes, and you know those times in Yaribebre wa ya auntie omudin.
Yeah.
What was diabetes then?
No.
What was cancer then? But it's more like right now we've just let go of
The herbal medicine.
Yes, which is our traditional medication, and focusing more of obi prophets.
Yeah.
First cry diwema. Yes, I'll pay what diwema.
Fast.
But yeah.
Take a pill. Oh,
fast.
Yeah, because that's the last thing you should take before. Immediately you take that drug, you can't eat it. It's when not come there. I
will say
Odeshi.
Yes, sounds is
fast. Yeah. Almost sound on my so.
Yeah, was so.
Yes, America Kohabra.
My mother used to do that.
And
you know it works really fast.
Really fast.
See, nyame say enkan me who a draw like partial to say we that.
Is it you how sisi ya we ya? Osaya.
It's so bad.
Everything.
For some of us, young generation no son. Remember ni bo musis more din pa. Because I'm gonna bring no. They don't rely on this master key or no. Those are not friends. These drugs that are they are aphrodisiac.
Yeah,
they don't. I'm gonna bring no me. So
I'm married. Our listeners, that was just by the way.
But I mean, it's the truth.
Yeah, very true.
Yes. So yeah, the Honorable Minister for Education, Haruna Idris, he's saying that the tertiary institutions should go in to do more research on our traditional medications. How do you see this call? Because right now, most people are not very familiar with their traditional medication.
Yes.
Obi okro ohun say I say abosom die bi.
True. Yeah.
Ohun so ya abosom die.
I say a ritual.
Yeah.
If you are into herbal medicine, you're a ritualist.
So I mean, with this call coming in, the people who are more familiar with traditional medication, they are older generation now.
Yeah.
Most of us now came to meet the pharmaceutical.
Yeah.
So with this call coming in now, how is it going to influence the people?
So first off, we are blessed with trees, plants, and believe you me, if we go into details or if you have a proper research, you find out that every tree has a benefit or maybe has its role or beneficial something it plays in our system.
Okay.
But it's just that we haven't paid attention to it to, have a proper research into it, if indeed. Because if you take moringa, for instance, moringa has a lot of benefits, but how many people are aware of it? Utia oyaka, I say para.
Yeah.
But now, if you take water and you rest, you're okay. But people don't know about it. So the education minister coming in to say that people should pay critical attention to herbal medicine. Back in the day, our forefathers didn't know things like pharmacy.
Yeah.
All they do is go to the farm or go out there, plug omayam omudinsu account, and that's it. And it was working for them.
Yeah.
And I don't think if something is natural, it comes with side effects. Because if we take the modern medicines, if you take it, it comes with side effects.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go to the hospital, they give you medicine and they tell you don't take milk, don't take egg, and not free far. But with the herbal medicine, when you take it, you can take anything
you want.
But looking at the modern medicine, it comes with its own
restrictions,
mix it with all these chemicals, and at the latter end, it's causing harm to our system. And if I'm not lying, these medicines can serve as a factor for cancer. So if we should pay critical attention to the herbal medicine, and if critical attention is being channeled into it, it's going to influence it. But it's good if we take natural stuff, unlike the chemicals we are taking from the drugs that are imported into the country. So I think it's a very good call if he's encouraging students or the tertiary institution to go into further research to know the benefit of some herbal plants and trees and all of that. I think it will help.
Okay.
Yeah, and I also do agree with him, because even when you go out right now, there are some trees right here in the compound that serves as medicines. They are very medicinal, but we do not know that.
Like right outside here.
Yes, right outside. There's a tree there. I believe it's medicine.
When
you believe. You don't know whether it is, but you believe.
But because it's natural trees has its own purpose. It serves as medicines. Since I don't know, but I believe that it's medicinal. That is where they come in, the research. Because some people also tend to misuse the herbal medicines. But deep down, research needs to be done for its intended purpose. If your way is for this, but way is for this. But my general knowledge I know about herbs especially is that it's not sometimes limited to one person, like one sickness. It's unuma for the overall body. And when you even watch some African movies, for example, say aboy bi kano e we remu ho, say wo you obi a wonim ahaben ma obehu na wate we na wakabum na ware. Asisiano the bibi or walk of cow room is be wada ho,
because you don't have that
yes. So that is where they come in. They need to go out there, research on it, and come and educate us. Not this a side effect on natural product. It's not that much. It is not that much compared to our pharmaceutical medicines. So the kind of don't take this. Don't eat this, don't drink that. With herbal medicine, it's not like that. So they need to research and come out and educate us. I feel it's a good call.
And coming to how it's going to influence the foreign drugs we have. I believe back in the day, our parents didn't really have knowledge in this.
It wasn't even in existence.
Say it will cure this. I think maybe
is it the pharmaceuticals or
no, it has to do with the herbal.
The
herb. I don't think they really have like deeper insights or knowledge about these trees. Maybe an offer tree where maybe they know it might cure assuming headache, but they don't know that there's another disease that can actually also cure as well. And when it comes to the monetary aspect of it, not everybody has the luxury of money to buy these foreign drugs. So if proper research is done and then we discover that abodri, which has to do with turkey berry, when you have loss of blood, when you can grind it and you take it, it's going to help you boost your immune system and help you get blood and all of that. Why won't I go and purchase this? If you has 5 cedis rather than you going to the pharmacy to take like 100 cedis to buy blood tonic. Let me use COVID-19 as an example. When the COVID-19 came into Ghana, look at the amount of money people were paying just to buy the drug. But this tree wasn't neem tree. Immediately you boil it and then you cover yourself with a blanket and you inhale it.
Other trees
it helps you. So people were not really, and even that those that were taking the drugs were also doing the inhaling with the neem tree and the water as well. So I think that if proper attention is being paid to this herbal, it's going to save us money to those that don't have that luxury of money to go and buy these expensive foreign medicine.
And also, since herbs are natural, straight from God, it has a lot of benefits we do not know. When it comes to tablets, pharmaceutical medicines and all that, it doesn't have any spiritual impact on us. But when it comes to the herbal, aside it serving healing, it also has its own spiritual aspects. When there are some leaves or there are some herbs you can use is it in crime for the
those things?
It's true. It's very true.
You think it's superstition?
I'm not
and
really
you know
saying
there are
it's
some herbs you can take, or there are some herbs you can give to a drunkard and they stop drinking.
Yeah, and they stop drinking.
That.
Yeah, I've heard of.
Yes. And I've seen it work wonders before.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah,
it really
I have
helps.
heard it before.
Yeah, they
really
said that
helps.
Eberman sign and
Yes, I
need some for someone.
It's yourself for someone.
No.
Okay.
I need for someone.
Our marriage gentle.
It's gentle. So I think if proper attention is being paid to this,
it will really help.
Medicine. And I believe this aphrodisiac that these guys take,
they have natural ones.
They have side effects.
Yeah, they have.
And when it comes to, looking at we the Gen Z, we don't
No, see, the whole thing is this. Imagine, even if you are a Ghanaian and you go and give birth in India, your child grows up in India, even though he's a Ghanaian, what culture is he going to grow with?
Indian culture.
Exactly. So the Gen Zs grew up in the pharmaceutical era.
Exactly.
That's what we are familiar with. That's what they are. I'm not a Gen Z. That's what they are familiar with. So it's not really their fault. They don't really see how this is beneficial to them, because I mean, many yemi beto paracetamol. Then now catch me say me area menvi haban we ne edwe. I don't know. Yarebi wo uti or ya pa. There was this leaf and then edwe kra na bro free ending.
What is edwe?
Palm nuts or something.
Adre.
Yeah, adre.
Palm nuts.
Yeah. Like you chew it with that leaf, it's gone.
It's gone.
Hey, someone who is having serious malaria attack, serious one, like or there is a leaf called opesiakwa. You have never heard it before.
No.
Exactly.
You see,
a leaf called opesiakwa. You can just pluck one.
Chew.
One day, just as a drop,
yeah, okay.
Within 5 minutes, none of them torn. I bet you too.
A pesiakwa. Now, Sisiano, with these herbs you are talking about, Accra, a bed is over.
No, you never.
Yeah, let's go to the village.
The villages.
Yeah. Because people are not aware of the benefits these plants actually get.
There are just a few people who have some important herbs. Sometimes I'll be at home. I go patch me pay a year saying they are
Asra.
Yeah, it's
is it a champon? Is it Asra?
No, I've seen the one you're talking about. Onunum.
Some patch me pay bina omunya so ati omote. Hey.
Yeah, onunum is very good too.
Yeah.
It's here or yeah. Now the good thing now.
We have now pepper
Yeah.
So I feel that with the Ghana tertiary education, they investigating also. They should also collaborate with these traditional healers, to give them more insight into it.
Yeah.
Because any Bibiana science, so they should collaborate with these people and give them more insight.
Yeah,
really
I think that will help them a lot.
But what do you think is going to be the impact on the pharmaceutical drugs if indeed we come to the acceptance of this herbal or traditional medication?
They also need to accept that the herbs were there before they came. So if we don't want to purchase those pharmaceutical drugs again, they should take it back to where they got it from. Because these drugs are really having an effect on us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I quite remember a lady, she was having problem with her abdomen. And most ladies take this contraceptives and all that. Just say And with contraceptives, you are supposed to take it 3 times within a year.
Hey.
Yes.
Yeah.
More
than 3.
Exactly. It's only 3. Why are you coughing?
Why do you know somebody who takes it like para?
Para and put toffee.
Hey,
Toffee.
people
Every seconds, every week. Some people. Okay, so with that, she was someone who normally takes it. So when she went, a scan, tablets ni na egu her abdomen. So with this contraceptive, a pharmacy for it has effect on them. And there's a neem oil contraceptive. There's a you people
oil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Neem
My
tree.
mom also told me that there's a natural contraceptive.
Yes, there's a natural
all
contraceptive.
You need to do is
what we are doing, we don't like that. We are educating the people.
She not show me, but
she not show you. So there's a neem tree, not when you're all your name film, and it's good for avoiding pregnancy rather than you going to the market or you going to the pharmacy and buy.
I don't even know why I'm laughing. Hey.
Omari is a red flag.
Hey.
Omari a red flag.
Let's continue. I'm
done.
listening. No, hey.
Oh, I'm done.
Share. You come and see how people are aggressively waiting to hear the rest of it. Let's see.
yeah.
So your mom knows.
Or still unsure me.
Oh, why?
Why would she show me?
So that she
doesn't
may be
trust
using
you.
it.
Your mother doesn't trust you.
She know me, I'll not keep it. I'll show someone to.
Hey.
Neko.
And also, when we were talking, you made mention of people using Mr. Kill and different things, yes, to boost their libido.
Yeah.
Some people also want their
testosterone
to grow.
Yeah.
But we have natural herbs for all these. Yes.
Don't ask me,
I was about to.
You know, it's not only about the longevity of the sex, but how you want your manhood to be long. There are herbs for that.
Really?
Yes.
Can you brief
this
us
morning
for the herbs there? I forgot.
forgot.
But way back in JHS, I did Asante Tree, and our teacher, when he comes to class, he teaches the male all about those herbs. Into that your munia or to tablets, no?
Really?
Yes. In Banso dear or ho.
And also a bed.
And man.
And so
I'm a traditional girl.
Am I there? And so I can see.
That be a day.
Yeah. I know a friend.
Oh, you see.
All right, so I think the education minister coming up with this,
you know,
it's a very good.
Your friend is education minister.
Oh,
you say something about your friend.
Oh, don't worry, we'll meet back then. We talk about it.
No, people want to hear on the show. Hey, I'm learning things today.
Today is
wow. No, we need to do this topic every 3 days.
Oh.
Hey.
Wow.
So I think it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's going to help the government generate money as well.
Yeah.
Really?
Because
they import these medicines.
Exactly.
Okay.
They import these medicine, and if we are lucky enough to have students who have discovered this particular tree or this particular plant which helps kill this disease, why then will we have to import these medicines? So that is going to cut costs for the government as well. So they will pay attention and then put some measures in place to make sure that this works effectively. That has to do with the herbal medicine. They make it a big thing. The branding, the packaging, and then the preservative, what they can add to it, and all of that. And I think this is going to cut costs as well.
Exactly.
If they take it as a big thing.
Okay. Don't you think this is going to conflict with our medicinal education system. Let's say you go to the hospital. They give you some medications, and you know most of these hospitals actually admonish patients from even taking these herbal drugs.
Yeah.
So what's the conflict going to be like? Right now, who is, because, and you can't blame the doctors when they go to this 7-year school, all their thoughts are about this pharmaceutical stuff. But I even learned that these pharmaceutical drugs are made from the raw materials of the herbal.
Exactly.
Medicine.
Yeah.
Do you know why marijuana is very, very needed in outside Ghana and all that?
No.
Do you know why cocaine is very expensive?
No.
Because all these things, their substances are used for medicine.
I told you. The morning that
In the morning you mentioned.
They are used for medicine. Cocaine, what cocaine does is this. Let's say naturally, I can lift 2 laptops with my natural strength. If I should take cocaine, I can lift about 10.
Yeah. It boosts your energy.
Where does the strength come from?
The problem is this. It makes you overwork your strength in a particular time. And see, and what you can be here, a day juma for maybe 10 hours, no. Within 1 hour, why exhausting you now? After that 1 hour, the next 9 hours no will be a week. That's why always they need it in their system. Because a free one
Now why
a
you
week. And what they now being here sustaining for that time, no.
Oh, I see.
That's how
But
cocaine
that
works.
that is you causing harm to your system.
That is where
like all the pressure to your system. So.
with the drug abuse, it got to a point even people were starting to use super glue because the amount of, if it's maybe tramadol, the amount that they've always taken it, so it's not making them high as they want it.
I was surprised
so they'll
when I
turn
heard
to
people
other
sniff
options.
Super glue.
Yeah. Now super glue, a phone when I say kakra,
Hey. A 1 hour of a bono.
That's how some of these drugs, something like weed, marijuana, and it's in a man grow food to me down. Like it makes you a man watching year juma much more than it should be.
Sharp.
And see now back then, but when I say a science for the omunum we no medicine in messages. Unum we are adi see 20 years ago kwabe to me akai.
Hey sir.
So for weed, like it makes your mind overwork. And since why doing any and what dinner?
And now
That's
it's a person.
Mary, the way you're explaining the thing, you're a suspect.
One thing about me is that I read a lot. I read. I about 2 crana miss when I'm
okay.
No, this one is not reading alone. It's like you have experience.
Experience is the best teacher.
Yes.
Who be offer we as well?
Yeah.
Why should find a gentleman like me?
One only way.
I'm saying I know I'm black.
I know you're black.
Hey.
Hey, we need bread.
So that's how most of these drugs work.
Sharp.
But the thing about it is this: once you read about it, you begin to have that interest in experiencing it.
But don't you get curious to experience how it's like whilst you are reading?
That's what I'm actually saying now. It makes you, it gives you that interest, that attraction. The idea said the baby, men try and share.
Exactly. It's one discipline one now one
now
akoye.
That's it.
Or don't akoye experiment after reading.
My sanity here,
Yeah.
Men koye ma try ma kwe me fear be fo.
You want the breakfast way nyam.
Hey. Like I one time. Where just by the way, mom. your cocoa stay na paragliding. No be I hwe before I'm in a quiet so we tia yam kwa meseme akwe who name me oh why Charlie Koyode
going
I say had them see me be a mifi Koyode I say had him for now fee me be a mifi nipa 1,000 was saying ye wo me obi abeye ade yente nkwa men try ano maybe beba be sonko na dia men fight men to bon samsa temptation ti man ye swimming pool say me ndware ensu a me hu obo ase de me ndware at least a born there me ham me patra me nine besi bibi so that was just by the way so yeah I think the herbal introduction into our system, really getting it back into the system, it will actually help in so many ways, domestically and financially. It will help if measures are really taken well, education is given well. Because looking at some of these drugs, the pharmaceutical drugs, there is no way Obama will be able to yare nase. Manage yare.
It will manage it.
Sorry, malaria drum kwana okota onum na ohun so ohun aton no ameka cho say num ne tu ase anum ntu ase yare no enko ebesan aba
those are the kind of medicine that when you take in the morning I say you feel sick but when you take after in the evening then you are say like like you are strong, especially when it comes to the malaria drugs. And then you think, oh, you're okay. So you not take the medicine again. Leave it.
The next day
you are sick again.
And I don't know. It got to. I had malaria one last time, and now I was supposed to take the last medicine. That was 7. 7 pound, 1 hour. Oh, now you're in a second. I was like,
so I'm
married.
No, as I may be, sir.
We really feel baby and
Reggie's our teacher and so you should know.
Sir.
Yes, buying say we should go back to herbal.
Yeah, Mr. Tebri.
Tips. We can give the tips here. The one that makes it the one that makes it
all right.
All right.
We are listening. Yeah, so it will help. It will help boost our revenue. And I don't know if you've checked how much we spend on importing pharmaceutical drugs.
No, I haven't checked.
It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot of money. So if we can invest that money into this research, rather, it will help.
Yeah, it will help.
And there's been so many researches made already in this schools already that government hasn't paid any attention to. They're just laying idle. I think they can revisit it, look at some of the things they brought up from those research and introduce it to the public. Because people actually believe that there is a herbal medication for all this in area. And look at one funny thing. When the COVID came, how many blacks did it kill in Africa?
It wasn't that much.
It wasn't that much.
But look at the whites.
It did kill them a lot.
And it is believed that even now, most of us, the generation right now, on one side I'm better herbal and pharmaceutical way now no mudi. Most of our genes are coming from our forefathers who lived on the herbal medication. And that is why we were so strong against the COVID. So even from their genes, we were able to. And see, it's a black man won sanka yet sana yaya tradition mu. Salenka
we'll be producing our own drugs. producing our own drugs. Because even look at this herbal tea, green tea,
ginger tea, turmeric tea, moringa tea.
They are all based natural plant tea.
And with what you are saying, natural plant tea, you know the funny thing about Ghanaians or Africans? China example, omu yusu omu about to do almost everything, cook, eat. And we will be the same Ghanaians to go there, take their herbal tea, bring it here.
And bring it here. What about your own?
Oh.
What about yours?
If almost 90% of green tea is our ginger tea. What our market is here. China. Whilst we have moringa at the back of our backyard. You can even boil it. You say no more density. Boil it. No more sugar.
No, all you need to do is wash it with salt water, and then you are good to go.
They don't like it. They don't want it. And we will keep on dying early like that.
And then coming to the question you asked had to do with conflicting. If it's going to conflict with which has to do
pharmaceutical.
I believe Obiani Nyope, because we have herbal medicines and then we have the modern hospitals as well. But you see people going to the modern hospitals and you also see people going to the
herbal
hospital. Sometimes you go to the modern hospitals and there are some medicines that they give you. Your body reacts to them.
Exactly.
Those are the kind of people that they don't go to the modern hospitals. They prefer to go to the herbal hospitals. So I feel like it all boils down to the individual and the kind of system your body is actually reacting to. So if your system rejects the modern medicine, you go to the herbal medicine, and if the herbal hospital rejects you as well, then go to the modern one as well.
This is individual preference, what you want.
But combining them is also another problem that I think more awareness and education should be.
You can't combine natural and artificial.
People actually combine it. When we have diseases like diabetes, we have this natural herbs that maybe this herbalist will recommend for you, and then when you go to the hospital as well, the doctors are also going to recommend it for you. But people, because of so otu like intending or be combining in which is very wrong.
Very wrong.
Which is very wrong. So that is you taking medicines irresponsibly, taking the herbal medicine and then the modern medicine as well. We are not saying the herbal medicine is not good, but stick to one. If it is herbal you want to deal with, take the herbal alone. If it is the modern medicine you want to take that alone. By combining them, it's going to cause you more harm than good.
But with what you are saying, I feel that most people are interested in the herbal ones, but I say because when you go to most herbal hospitals, the people there, a lot of people are there compared to the pharmaceutical hospitals. I feel that these people have already been in existence and we need them in our system because of maybe accidents and all that, surgeries, but we can't, should I say, outroot them out from our system. We can at least still support them, but we should make sure that we focus on natural ones. Natural ones are more important and more effective than artificial ones. Even though sometimes the medicine they do, but 90% of it is chemicals. So we need to concentrate more on the
traditional
herbs.
I will also refute the fact that the modern medicine, they get their raw materials from the herbal medicine as well. But what makes it bad is the preservative they add to it. That is what makes the modern medicine bad.
To the traditional herbalist, he's looking for your healing. To the pharmaceutical producer, he's looking to make profit.
To make profit.
So he is going to reduce the potency of the drug. That's why they add the additives.
Yeah.
So the potency is going to make it manage the sickness, not to uproot the sickness. Nti ebeko kakra baby wo wa ebe trigger no bo sa sen aba. So like typhoid like obema wedru ebeko within 3-4 months time we accumulate and one cool more bon sa san trigger the typhoid is back. You need to go and buy because one meto the company negu.
Yeah.
He's also surviving on that company.
So those foreign drugs actually manage the disease,
but it doesn't
take it away.
So you see that in as much as we think we need these people, they actually need us more. And that's why they're exploiting us.
Yeah, sure.
Because if the black man should stick to Nehebal a year, or many Obroni Adru, Obroni so say Adru no or yeah, I had never saw beton.
Right.
Yeah,
that is why when you go to some hospitals, they tell you that we are human them. Oko hospital, you say, oh, ebia offer Rebecca say parano, I know near them, but offer ebia jibedo na we oh ebekosesia. Why is it so?
Before we move on to our next topic, I want to ask this question: will you embrace the idea of government building herbal hospitals now?
Oh yes, I will.
Yeah.
We already have the herbal medicine, the herbal hospital in our system, and
but
people are
they are privatized, and they are not that much facilitated.
If government is going to build a herbal hospital and is going to work under the NHIS, it's a good one, because who call private hospital, even the public hospital, the pharmacy alone, the medicine they give to you, the government doesn't cover it too. Yeah. The government doesn't cover, especially when you go with your NHIS. It only covers the card they give you.
Yeah. And I thought that para as one drug and that's
it. So when you go to these public hospitals, the medicine they give to you, you have to pay for it from your own pocket. The government doesn't have a share or maybe pays a percentage out of it. So if the government is initiating a herbal hospital, I think it's good. People will patronize it.
He actually hasn't initiated. I'm only putting it out.
It will be a great idea. It would
really help.
Yeah, it will be a great idea. At least those that don't have the money will patronize it, because Charlie, drugs are expensive.
Very, very, very.
Drugs are very expensive.
Well, that was it on the topic of research into herbal medication being charged by the educational minister. Moving on to our next topic is the issue of galamsey and its consequences. This galamsey thing which is going on, if there is any fact that we've established in, is that any site you go to, there is a Chinese person there. The Chinese are more involved in this galamsey. I've never seen a US citizen being caught in galamsey in Ghana before. I've never seen a UK citizen. Like, it's always a Chinese.
Why the Chinese? What relation do they have with whoever that is leading them to these galamsey sites or giving them the go ahead to involve themselves in this illegal mining?
You know, we've actually come to build this uncommon ties with Chinese people. If there is anything, the products we get from China were more subsidized, they were more affordable than what we get from any other country. In Africa, you need China ties, no, and no because I want to and they were also willing to produce more for us, to us.
Okay.
So in all, I think the Chinese was planning towards this thing, but we didn't know.
We didn't know. They went 2 steps ahead of us.
Because they were trying to build a relationship with us to make us accommodate them. And finally they got it. Now they are spearheading the galamsey thing because thing is this. Excavators in
China.
Maybe I'm portify China.
Yeah, true.
And so for all we know, crown,
It's
always into no be me a Ghanaian,
Yeah.
me share Chinese nibi. Oh, me to mama or gold. So what the excavator be buy ye
True.
na.
Yeah.
Okay, and me
You've
the
never thought of it this way.
Butter trade.
I think that exactly that I think that's what is going on.
Butter trade.
I think that's what. See, gold is very expensive. I want to listen to this man, the Ashanti regional chairman for NPP, to me, and he was saying that, and I will cry check. That was when I was starting anyway. I see every week he makes no less than $5 million out of gold.
Out of Galamsey.
Like every week,
every week.
not less than $5 million.
And is he doing it illegally or he has been given license to operate?
That is another question for the gods. But you see, won't me actually government did. That's why he's so loyal to the NPP and the Akufo-Addo government, because they are the ones who actually took him to China to study whatever. Whatever he studied, he came back with mining. That's what he went there to do. So he went there to create these ties with these people. Into our buy, and he had their backing, the investment from there to mine here. So no mining they'll see much, and I will none who's womb. But to the main question for today. Do you think if I should go to, let's say, the US, wherever, get involved in mining, and I'm being caught, the punishment I'll be deserved will be deportation?
No.
Okay, maybe in USA, deportation to an African is punishing. Because they know what we come there to get.
No, I wouldn't agree with you.
Really?
I would say that when the severity of your crime is really tough, they wouldn't just deport you. You will serve your time there.
Okay.
Yeah. How would you somebody deport you?
Look at her for real. Why didn't they just deport her?
Exactly.
But she's serving
her time.
So, in Ghana, Galamsey is a life-threatening issue.
Yeah.
It is killing people. It is destroying our water bodies. It is destroying our environment. It is taking away our dignity as a country. The people spearheading this, most often the foreigners we find them in this menace, are Chinese people. What we do here is this: we jail our Ghanaian folks, and then we just deport the Chinese people. Is this punishment enough?
I want to ask the question.
You can go ahead and ask.
Is there any law that says that Galamsey is illegal? Have there been any law, or have you seen it anywhere?
Mining is legal. Galamsey is illegal.
But is there a law?
Crime.
Yeah.
Before you make it a crime, there's supposed to be a law.
I think there's a lot to that.
Are you sure? Oh, really?
See, there is a law that says that we shouldn't mine in water reserves. There is a law that says we shouldn't mine in forest reserves. And it is in these reserves that makes it a Galamsey.
Okay.
Okay, so this says illegal mining is considered a crime in Ghana, specifically under the Minerals and Mining Act 2006 Act 703. Engaging in mining without the required mineral rights is a violation of law, and offenders can face penalties.
Okay, so there's a law.
Yeah.
And the penalties for illegal mining can include imprisonment ranging from 15 to 25 years.
So the list is 15.
So have you heard of anybody?
No,
I am yet to.
They are always billed.
So if your own people are doing it and they are not punishing them, and someone will come, and deport the person, let the person go, because your people are even doing it, they are not doing anything. You are not punishing them, as it states that they are supposed to be in jail for approximately 15 years.
Yeah.
And a foreigner comes in, wants to give that foreigner a harsher one.
But what exactly makes it illegal? What makes mining illegal?
For the fact that it's destroying the forest reserves and then the water bodies.
Okay.
I think that is what makes it illegal.
You know, the people.
For the fact that it's going to affect a large number of people at the expense of just one person's action.
And people who have the documents to mine legally are doing it in the right way. They don't just go ahead, put the excavators in the water obianum, especially in the rural areas. They depend solely on the water bodies there. Unlike we depend on sachet and bottled waters, but they depend on the water body. And these people go as far as just the water have direct contact with chemicals, but with the small, I don't really know much about small scale miners, but I know they are doing it in a right way, and they don't just go about mining in every and any water body they see.
No, it says small scale. What?
Small scale miners.
They are doing it in the right way.
Yeah, small scale miners mine legally.
They use shovel and head pump.
No. Small scale mining.
How did the small scale miners, how did they do this?
See, on a larger scale to mine, we are looking at the Anglo Gold, we are looking at the Newmonts and all these people. They are a larger scale. They have like an entire community to build, to mine from. But we have the small scale miners too, who they can buy a concession somewhere in the community and mine there. Now, let's put out the procedures that makes it either legal or illegal. For you to mine, you need to get a license.
Okay.
When you get the license, you need to acquire consignment.
Okay.
When you get that consignment, the mining authority needs to come and inspect it. Where you are about to mine, is it going to cause any distraction? If it doesn't, they give you the go ahead to mine. If it does, you are not supposed to mine there. You will be shocked that where we are now, we might be sitting on gold. But can we mine here?
No.
It's going to destroy or distract other people around here.
Yeah.
So we can't mine here. If we mine here, it makes it illegal. So that's the entirety of mining being legal or illegal. Most of these people, where they are mining, is what makes it illegal. The small scale mining has been there since time.
Yeah.
Mining itself, mining course.
Actually.
So we should be asking ourselves, are they in a faina? Fighting. Because right now they are doing it recklessly. They are doing it without the right procedures.
Some people are just not doing it right.
Yesterday I saw a video on X. There is a woman, and if you say her say ya, you see how a dream from 10 p.m. Excavator.
I saw the video.
Charlie.
You see, people are mining without fear.
Who was here the last time saying that we should give the government time?
For
you two. Who said it? It was both of you.
No, it was
really.
Really?
Yeah, it was Debbie.
Say my government in the time.
And then
against the fight of mining.
And then it's our leadership.
I think I also said that.
You also said that.
Yeah.
So now you still think we should give the government time? Be honest.
They need to put strategic measures in place to make sure they curb it. There's
now
no
they
time.
Are, we said daytime, so they are minor at night.
That's 9.
Do you think these people, we can negotiate with them to stop mining?
No.
So what do you suggest?
And I even saw a video where this one galamsey or to excavate and make it a tool. And the long ones.
Yeah. The ones that
the hunters serious.
The one that the hunters use.
And you're saying you need these people are serious
to kill. What you know
sorry, a police officer just lost his life because of illegal mining.
Yeah, he was chasing one of the miners and then he fell inside the water.
See, when persuasion fails, force must be applied. And I don't know why these people are taking illegal mining as a joke. People go as far as saying that they'll put their presidency on the line, and up to now nothing is being done about it.
I don't know what is going on. Maybe people don't really have that will as I do. But for what it's worth, I don't want any salary, nothing. They should give me the fight against Galamsey.
Gosh.
From now till June. If I fail, they should imprison me.
Hey, you're married. Okay, so what are some measures you put in place? A lot.
Messi Adiwi release a statement. Say from today, we are putting out a shoot to kill operation. The shoot to kill. The reason why people are against it and they say, "Bia obi koton eduane say." So you am coming. This is how my operation is going to be. Every day you shoot to kill. Omo galamsey site one. Omo pa. Omo no omo eduane ni wo. Ye beto omo aye shoot omo kun. Nti wo a wo ton eduane ama galamsey for men ko ho every day. So wo a it is your own doing.
Yeah, you carry your own cross.
Ne free ne. Yen release soldiers. Yen release Air Force. Omo nam hwiem wo.
Yeah, that would
tutuo ni kunu wo plane.
No monto bomb no. Omo to boom.
These are the people that the military should go and be slapped.
Within 2 weeks. Oh, listen, within 2 weeks.
Maybe I be dead.
She said we be who do Galamsey side.
True. You know, sometimes you need to take some cruel decisions.
That's very cool.
Yeah. So it is cruel.
No.
It is cruel to kill those who are killing us. And this thing is not just us. Have you seen the water they are treating? Oh, so now, Saturday and Friday, a journalist was at the water treatment body. I've forgotten where it is. And in so now or more treats ya my animal.
Bad.
One more done. I don't create clean.
Seriously.
And here so be say the odor is clean. The odor. Gata net down the odor river na dani gata chemu na yehuno.
That one cry is clean.
The water turbidity and what's say bro I think say 9 something and what's a bro maybe I had now and 400 and something
cool.
Say a do 9 that means I say cry like
imagine 400
and something.
So what we are doing with Galamsey, and then we catch these people and we just deport them.
So what would you suggest we do to them?
But the Chinese officials are saying that they would make sure that these people are being prosecuted. And do you think that is the right approach? Because
everything
like
is business.
they'll live here and
go and face the law there.
Everything is business now. Let me tell you what. Me are buying where I'm putting it in. And this thing, you can't go and do it in Burkina Faso now.
No,
they'll kill you.
They'll shoot you.
You see their president.
On them called the two now.
Or you think we need a military rule at this point?
I mean,
because
say Kagalam say Nkwadia, we need those radical
because
people.
our Mahama is too gentle.
She idea we say Chinese food na dey be achiwo.
Yeah.
Ya ne Chinese government in kasa. Say see a achiwo citizen bi aba be see hospital ba kwa man.
Yeah.
Secondly, obe serve ebia 5 years in prison wa ha. Ansa na ye releasing am.
Yeah.
Yen kunu yen ne hwe. But in the time the obe serve 5 years. Hospital musiwia na ye releasing am. Na wodin ba kwa ye de am asem. Yan kasa nso yan crop ye release shoot to kill on them. More Chinese for no cry shoot to can be farm. The funny thing is most often they are not even on the site.
Yeah.
Omo dey be for na kogu on omo ye adwuma.
No regulate bibia.
Could they work Bible they job?
Hwe enkadie be solve fe. Chinese for dey be achi omo ngalamsi.
Every day.
Kay ni be yan so no hospital so we don't want anything less than the UGMC.
Anything.
No, like we are
fully finished.
Look.
Yeah. We can actually put this on documents and send to the presidency.
Say and take drastic measures against this fighter. We are being defeated. Say Antokwan say na yem say aye chefem. Yenwuye. Ya ho den so nhye dansan ba ye chefem.
Yeah.
Aka say na ye be dane opponent na ye di ne so nkuni. That's how the fight is now. Because if people have gathered the brains to wait till everyone is asleep for them to go and mine at midnight, you think we are at a safe space. And your scenario that you give, those in the villages and all, they are dependent on the water bodies, and we are dependent on the
water.
Where does the sachet water come from?
The same water body.
And then they just purify them for us.
So it is getting to a time they can't get any water to purify for us to get the sachet water here. Upon that one so now so well you know we are upon.
Yeah.
And we are kete no be action the shots at them. No to arno.
She.
Now from me bonnet to no so jani emem. Obaka kwasam. Obernum.
No.
Bonum. Omo was called one of the crown sua expensive if you are butcher benum. Near Guya. And like a chromo carry on Bassan beton. A ton so about 200 cities amount.
Yeah.
So it's not a fight that we should be playing with.
Yeah. Deportation alone is not enough punishment.
Yeah.
It's not enough. I think they should do much more than just deporting these people.
Deporting them.
Because, well, that was it on there. Now, let's go to our last topic for the day. We have just about 8 minutes to finish. Government is planning to establish a special funds for anti-corruption plan. Special funds for anti-corruption. Like, is it really necessary? Special funds for anti-corruption. Like, yeah, TCK, SEO, to fight corruption.
Is it more for anti-corruption? The crown, so will be embezzled. That money will be embezzled.
It's kind of then. What will go into the money?
It's wasteful. This initiative.
Would they used to buy detective cameras?
I wonder.
Employing
and lying machines.
Don't we already have state institutions fighting corruption? We have
exactly. We have ECHO. we have the oral team, we have Office of the Special Prosecutor. So what else?
What else?
We have the NIB, National
Security.
What's money again?
Okay, so they are set to or they've already established it.
You know, it's actually been in conversation since, was it 2023?
They shouldn't.
It's not necessary.
Hey, I'm saying 2023, since 2015.
Wait.
2015, and they are still deliberating on it. I don't know if I
Yes, I'm foul. No more, she says I'm ranu. Or more, she corruption, Nechi. Into no more, and fight against them. But then, first of all, it's not even necessary. That's my first take.
We have enough security personnel to
handle corruption.
Yeah.
What monies do we need again to fight corruption?
Or maybe what's so extraordinary about it? What other maybe unique side of it are they adding to already security agencies we have?
I don't know, because if it should come to tracking mobile phones and all these things, we already have the NSB, the National Signals Bureau, doing that. We have security cameras around, so we have the army in place, we have police force, we have Yoko, we have national security, we have the NIB, we have the oral team now. We have the Office of the Special Prosecutor.
Yeah.
So what else?
What else? Maybe they have something special.
No.
In addition to...
There's nothing special. Whatever special thing they have, they should add it to the corruption team. Yes. Rather than setting up a committee,
look at the money they allocate to national security yearly. Look at the money they allocate to the special prosecutor yearly. So all this money, and then we are going to create another fund. Once we create this fund, it means there's going to be a source of revenue for this fund. Where is this source of revenue going to come from? Taxes.
Really a waste of money.
I think they really need to come out with a better strategy rather than the fun.
Sikani Diana your mode. Oh,
they gonna. JB.
Oh, small.
Mujidi de minya bianca.
Oh, small. Kakaka.
Well, that's where we'll be ending our conversation today. Before we go, a former ambassador has died. Ambassador Sam P. Yali. He passed on last 3 days. May he so rest in peace. He was one of the most long-serving ambassadors Ghana has had under the NDC. And he's a man, he's one of the few people who I've seen being loved or being honored from all angles of the political sides. Whether you're NPP, whether you're NDC, whether you're CPP, everyone had some sort of honor for this man due to his service to the state. He dedicated most of his life to serve the state, and he's passed on. Our heartfelt condolence to his family. May his soul rest in peace. May God comfort his family in these difficult times. And, so he was an honorable, fine state gentleman. But he's passed on.
Sorry.
May
his soul rest in peace.
May his soul rest in peace. When is the Easter?
It's this April.
Yeah, is it
next week?
It's next week.
Yeah.
No, sure.
Next week is 18th.
Yeah, next week is 18th. Next week, Saturday or Sunday.
Wow.
Friday.
So Easter is coming.
Easter.
You say, Jesus, I catch and say, I feel we don't be woman, right?
Bonnie Dawson.
I feel you be so.
I feel
we keep on doing the same things we do for him to get killed, eh? Oh, Charlie. So this is where we'll be ending the show this morning. We thank all our beautiful listeners for staying glued and tuned with us throughout the show. Before my segment kicked off, we brought you the newspaper review. We took you to the Debbie's Grill with Deborah. Then Regina came in with the Today in History. We then with the breakfast show, the discussions for the day. DJ Q. No, today is not DJ Q, right? DJ Charm.
DJ Charm
will be taking over very soon to serve you some good music. I want to personally request for the album of Black Sheriff to be played. Iron Boy.
Iron Boy.
But do you know who is actually called Iron Boy?
No.
Is that
Amachidede?
Yeah, Amachidede.
And Black Sheriff says that his father or his grandfather was a friend of Amachidede.
Oh, no.
Okay.
So when he got to know, it influenced him naming his album.
Oh, that's a very good inspiration.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And Amachi is a legend.
Oh, yes, he is.
What was your favorite Amachidede song?
I am buying.
Reggie Way.
I know.
Hey, you don't know. You people don't even know his songs.
You are lying.
He has the song. It goes like pam 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 pam.
Yeah.
Me, I like his musical. I like live band.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't be many niso. Pizza work me. Don't care who no say. Don't yes anetie. Mi wo odo wa jenjen. Mi wo enwa nekume.
Say odo.
That song. That song. So yeah. We'll be leaving you with Sese Odo Builder Baby. But I've requested for the Iron Boy album to be played for you. So wherever you are, stay tuned. DJ Cham will be rolling you into some good music very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day.